That's right, today I'm finally getting around to something I've been wanting to do for a little while now, which is just experiment around with the 1.20 update. Now, something I like to mention is this is definitely small scale compared to the rest of my videos, and there is a very simple reason for this, and that is that I kind of procrastinated again, and guess what? I don't have time to film a whole video, so yeah, I'm just going to be devoting this entire video to just simply exploring the new update and checking out all the new features, which is something I personally am super excited about. But first, I have to get prepped a bit because I do realize I am nowhere near ready for what I need to be able to do. As for being ready, all I really need is just to make sure that I have a good amount of shulker boxes on my person, as well as enough rockets to travel for a nice long while, as well as, of course, the all-important totems, because we all know this is one of my videos, meaning I'm gonna die. Quite a bit, probably. So what I'm gonna do first is, as you guys probably remember from last video, is I'm just gonna head over in this direction. If you don't know why, this is because I am kind of stupid, and I made this world before all the updates, not just 1.20, 1.19 as well. So anything new, I have to kind of just, go very, very far in this direction in particular, because this is the only direction I haven't explored in. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of keep moving here and hope that I find something new. So I traveled onwards for a little bit, and well, just there was nothing that interesting. I mean, I found a weird mountain, which I danced in front of, and then I found an even weirder mountain, which I danced in front of. But nothing really happened until I found this. And what I found was, oh, sorry. What I found was this, a desert slash warm ocean. If you're wondering why I was in that box, it's because I was just recording the audio from the last clip. So, yeah, this is a warm ocean. Well, first off, this is a desert. This may not be just a big deal for you guys, but for me, this is huge, considering for some reason deserts did not generate for very far in my normal world, this being my normal world, so this is a huge find. But second off, if you don't know about the update because you've been living under a rock, you know that warm ocean runes spawn in here, and I just realized I don't have a lick of copper or feathers. Oh boy, I'm a bit of an idiot. Well, I'm gonna go hunt some chickens. There's some copper. Here's our feathers. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it goes something like this. Oh boy, what did I do wrong? You know what? Oh, it doesn't need string at all. Oh, it doesn't need string. I thought it needed string. Oh well. Obviously, it doesn't use string, so now I could just... Actually, I'm gonna keep these because I'm probably gonna need more brushes. Real quick, do these stack? No, they don't. Okay. That's something that's good to know. Can I just throw this stuff in here, please? No? Alright. And then now I'm just going to go and look for buried treasure. That is actually archaeology. I don't know why I called it treasure. I don't know if you can see it, but that over in the distance doesn't look like normal. It's a... What is this? This is a village. And I just start... this village is just living in peace, and I come over here and I start a raid. But there's a camel. My god, the new animations in 1.20 I've been loving because like some of these mobs just look so cool. But this raid actually works out, believe it or not, because I do want to actually try out the camel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill it and I'm going to get a Ravager's saddle. Or not, I guess? The raid just stopped. Like after the first wave, I was going to show me killing the Ravager and being all epic for like the 100th time. But the raid just stopped. Guess I'm not going to be getting a camel today. Well, that's a little unfortunate. Anyways, I've seen them in creative, and I'm sure you have, so I'm just going to leave it at that. And I'm just going to keep looking for the sniffer. I really want to find that thing, but I know it's stupidly hard to find. So, yeah, this might take me a little while. Over there in the distance is an ocean monument, but as far as I know, I don't think they could spawn in warm oceans. I'm going to double check that, but that might be gravel underneath them. Because, honestly, like I said, I don't explore the ocean that much in this game, so as far as I know, these things do not spawn in warm oceans. I'm a little scared to keep going because I don't have respiration on my helmet, but this is still warm. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here, because the difference between a warm ocean and a cold ocean in this game, an easy way to tell, is warm oceans have gravel, cold oceans, or wait, no, sorry, vice versa. Cold oceans have gravel, warm don't. At least that's as far as I know. I'm gonna keep looking in the corally bits, because I know there are definitely... This is all definitely a warm ocean. This is starting to look like a cold ocean. So yeah, I'm going to keep looking, but I'm a little afraid I've gone too far. This definitely isn't a War Motion rune, but it is a rune of some sort, so I'm going to see if I could find a template in here. Because guess what? That's another feature of 1.20. And I just realized this is going to be extremely difficult because I don't have respiration. That's something I probably should have thought through. But like always, I don't think. So I'm just going to go down here and I'm going to, figure it out. So we go in here. Okay, that was a glitch. I'm going to grab the buried treasure map because I'm not sure if they can spawn, like anything can spawn in there. But I'm going to check anyways if I get close by, but this map isn't in range. So for now, I'm just going to throw that into my inventory and keep looking. I am genuinely struggling with this. I rarely struggle with finding biomes and stuff in this game, but somehow I'm struggling really bad with this one. So I'm just going to keep looking and hope I find one. And finally, after a lot of searching, I found one. Yep, that's alright. Hope you all are proud of me. I found one of these stupid War Motion structures. Now, the only reason I noticed this is because this looked a bit I hope you guys are all proud of me. I finally did it. I found one of these stupid little structures. Yes, I already double checked that it's one of these, and oh my god, was this hard to find. I dug a little air pocket here because, as some of you may know, I'm playing Bedrock Edition, which means I don't have the privilege of doors working like they do in Java. Anyways, the only reason I know this was because I noticed a little bit of cut sandstone on the side and I was able to pinpoint the rest off of this. And what I'm going to do basically is first off remove all the cut sandstone because I am very, very worried that I might destroy something with my shovel, and then take a deep breath in and then go digging. So let's see what this first one is. It is, oh my god. Oh my god, there's a 6% chance of this happening. A 6% chance of this happening, and I got one first try. You have no idea how happy this makes me. First off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in my ender chest because that is more valuable than anything in my hardcore world. I'm an idiot because I forgot that you need a... Oh, boy. Alright. Boom. And let me just throw out some of this random garbage. Am I drowning? I'm drowning. Oh my god, I almost died. Oh, okay, you have no idea how happy that makes me. I am going to keep that in there, and I'm going to keep brushing now. After a little bit more searching, I found another piece of suspicious sand. This time only giving me, yep, just a wooden hoe. Okay, that's a bit disappointing, but now I'm just going to keep digging, really, and I probably won't show it because I do realize that I'm going to get a lot of junk off of this, so there really is no point in showing every single piece of sand I dig. I just finished removing any piece of sand I deemed close enough to the area that it could possibly be hiding some sand behind it. I still am unable to say that word correctly, and this would have been a lot easier if I haven't had drowns bugging me like annoying little siblings this whole time. And basically, this is pretty much everything I got out of it. Well, give or take a few. Obviously, this treasure map, this emerald, a couple of the blocks weren't from here. But as for the tools, this weird little pottery shard, and a couple bits and bobs that are kind of just scattered around there, those all came from the digging. Now, the real valuable is in here, where, yes, on my first try, I got a sniffer egg, which is something that is remarkably lucky, and I am extremely happy about it. Now, I don't know how rare they are. Well, never mind, I do. You have a 6% chance of getting those. And, well, I just got it on my first try, which has me feeling like I am walking on clouds right now. So, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that's the only ocean rune for a very, very long ways away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fall asleep in this village and then probably start looking for different things, because as much as I'd like a set of sniffers, I don't think I'm going to be able to get one. Just as far as luck goes and, well, actually finding the runes, because I've always proven myself I'm bad. What am I even saying? I'm bad at finding stuff, that's what I'm trying to say. Now that I've found a nice ocean monument and gotten my hands on a sniffer, ignore the violence going on behind me, I'm gonna go and try to find A, trail runes, or B, a cherry blossom grove, because I'm really excited to see these two, because they're both new biomes and structures, respectively, or I might have gotten that backwards, but either way, I'm excited to see the new features, so I'm gonna go looking for one. I've been traveling for a little bit, and I found a jungle. Now, this may not seem too weird, but as I was just about to say, they spawn in jungles. So, yep, I just found yet another trail rune. So this is actually really good because I was expecting to look around for this for a really long time. But basically what these are good for is you kind of just find these little things that are on the surface, and you kind of just dig them out looking for gravel inside of them, and you make your way down into the actual rune. Now, the rune is extremely deep. That was suspicious. I am very bad at this. But the rune is actually really deep in here, and basically I need to now spend my time carefully looking through the gravel, making sure that none of it is suspicious, like that's suspicious gravel right there. And I just use my little thing on it, and I have no idea what that is. That's a candle. Beautiful. So now I basically have to go through and do that to each one of these, and I'm being very careful not to completely knock too many blocks down so I don't repeat the past mistake that I just made. And now I'm just gonna carefully look for some suspicious gravel and maybe get deeper into the rune. Alright, I've dug for a bit and I am not seeing anything. This is where the rune was. And I'm not gonna lie, I broke 3 different pieces of suspicious gravel just because I was being stupid. But to be fair, on Mojang's end, suspicious gravel looks very similar to regular gravel. I did not have that problem with sand, so yeah, they did a good job when texturing that on making it kind of trap you. But I'm not seeing any more rune, which is really weird. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be directly under it. I do hear a cave to be fair, so it's possible it's still here. I'm just gonna dig for a bit and see if I find one. If not, then, well, I'm out of luck. After digging for a bit, I found this, which is just, I'm gonna assume, a bit of trail rune. But I noticed this trail rune's kind of in a cave, which I think may have caused a problem. By the way, I'm getting pretty good at spotting the suspicious gravel now. Yes, thank you very much. Anyways, I am kind of... I don't know how I feel about this structure. I think this might be suspicious. Oh my god! Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this structure. I mean, it's cool. It's really, really cool. But I'm kind of having issues finding it. Oh, it's a brick. I was hoping it'd be something more valuable. I'm not sure what happened with that creeper either, but I'm gonna keep moving around as if I know what I'm doing. And then hopefully I can find more of the structure, because I actually do like digging up this kind of stuff. Real quick before I turn off the clip, I want to see what's here. And it's just a bit of wheat. This structure may be a bit bigger than I gave it credit for, because I just moved a few gravel blocks, and would you look at this, there's a whole labyrinth down here. I am super lost, I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what I can and can't do in here. And I'm a little afraid because there is a cave system around here, and a creeper could just go here and pretty much remove all my progress. So I'm going to be as careful as I can, just placing torches here and there, making sure this whole room is lit up just so I could explore a bit. See, this is dangerous, because if there's some suspicious gravel on top of there, that is definitely going to cause issues for me. So I'm going to just be careful while I look for these, because I know for a fact this is suspicious gravel. And I have no idea what that is. What did I just get? Blue dye. I was expecting something a bit more valuable. I just broke a piece of suspicious gravel. See, this is why these structures are dangerous. You have no idea what's hiding directly above the gravel. So I'm gonna check. There's no suspicious gravel. At least I don't think there is. No suspicious gravel. Great. So I'm gonna break this. Break that without checking, because I don't learn. And we're good. See? We're all good. Now I gotta kind of just do this the whole time, I'm guessing, because I'm too scared to lose suspicious gravel. And I know I'm saying this wrong, I just cannot speak right now. I don't know why. You gotta be joking. I broke one piece of dirt. One singular piece of dirt. And 3 pieces of suspicious gravel fell and broke. And they were all in the same stack. That's so annoying. I've been being so careful because I do not want to lose a piece of this. And I managed to break practically all of it in this structure. So yeah, that stinks a little. Something I am noticing about this update is, yes, you need shulker boxes to explore for this stuff, because I'm getting so many items and I just don't know what to do with all of them. So I'm trying just to store the stuff I'm getting from the, well, the digging. I'm going to get rid of some of it. Obviously, I don't need these tools very much. I already have full netherite of all my tools, except that's a lie. I just realized I'm missing my shovel, so that's kind of embarrassing. But I just kind of need to keep digging now. This stuff is extremely sneaky. I know I've said that multiple times, but I cannot stress it enough. This stuff can be anywhere, and it's very hard to pinpoint which one it is. And this is new. I'm definitely going to dig into that in a bit. I know it's mud blocks. I've actually not experimented too much with those, just because I haven't... See what I mean? That right there was suspicious gravel, and I didn't even know it. You have to be so careful when moving this stuff around, and I'm legit paranoid of dropping it because a single update to it, see, that's suspicious gravel right here. And then I just kind of brush this out, and I get another pottery shard. What is this? Uh, Heart. I got a heart. Okay, that's cool. Oh, I'm logging off. This is nope. I think I've gotten all the gravel off of this area, so now I'm gonna move on to here. And yes, I know there's a way to harvest it. It's just I'm not really going for that because my inventory is cluttered enough without like 3 types of gravel in it. So yeah, I'm just gonna carefully extract every piece of gravel that's in here, being ever so careful. How was I supposed to see that coming? This is what I mean. This is extremely delicate work. I'm just making sure to break every single piece of gravel before moving on, you see? Because if one of them is suspicious, then I want to know. Because I want to find as many items as I can, and also I have not found a single armor piece. I've yet to find one, so see, that's suspicious gravel right there. I know, I'm getting better at this. And I think that's just a hoe. Okay, that's not good. Out out of all the sus gravel, this has been the most sneaky one I found, and that's because it was literally hiding behind a bunch of rocks. And I'm not sure how I noticed that, but I did. But I'm pretty sure by this point I've completely emptied this place out. I'm not sure if this is part of the structure or not. I mean, I'm seeing stuff in it, and I just saw a bit of suspicious gravel attached to it. So I'm thinking it might be, but I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, this stuff is super finicky. Wait, that's not suspicious. See, I'm getting paranoid now. I'm not sure I like this structure. It's caused a lot of paranoia on my part because I'm afraid I'm breaking a piece of the stupid gravel that's given me nothing but absolute garbage. Like, I've gotten a few candles and some pot shards, but the thing is, those are useless unless you find the full set, pretty much. Well, not the full set, but like a full set of them. So, yeah, not sure how I like this. I'm gonna keep digging. I want to find more, and most importantly, I want an armor trim. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to raid a structure. But I think it's safe to say this is no longer part of the... No, it is. Okay, I'm gonna get my shovel and just start digging. Sadly, I was unable to record any more clips simply because I was getting too distracted trying to record to actually go and look for the suspicious gravel, and I ended up losing a lot of gravel like that. But I kind of just paused on that, and look how many valuables I got. I mean, this is a fair amount. I did break a lot of them, but I got a few pieces of glass, some wheat, some bricks, a bit of emeralds. I got 2 armor trims, which is actually pretty decent. I have my extra brush, a music disc. I actually have never listened to that. That's just some random rotten flesh, and a fair amount of pottery shards. So I would say this is a successful mission, and I have gotten, well, what I came for. A whole lot of, well, items. Now, you may notice this whole area was purged of gravel. Like, just looking around, there's literally no gravel. There's a lot of gravel on the floor, but other than that, there's no other gravel in the area. Except for this part that I seem to have found right when I was talking about not having any gravel, of course. I know I probably checked this area all over for suspicious gravel, but I want I want to find more. But the odds of me finding more is pretty slim. So, man, I need to get out of here. Wait, that's some, isn't it? That's not. Uh, I take it back. I actually do have a lot of fun doing this, but I need to get out of here. I found more trail ruins, and I'm sorry, but I don't have the self-control not to dig these up. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to start this all over again. Unfortunately, there wasn't really anything good in there, and now I'm gonna just glide in this direction, hopefully finding maybe a cherry blossom grove, because that's what I was looking for, or maybe even some ocean monuments, but really, what I need is to actually fall asleep now, because it is getting pretty dangerous out here. I found another warm ocean monument, so I still might have a chance on getting another sniffer. The only problem is it's guarded by the strongest mob of the game. So, and there's another one. There's literally another one. Okay, this is going to be difficult, especially since the last one was next to like a cliff. meaning I could get an air pocket in when I needed it. This one, unfortunately, isn't, so I'm going to actually need some skills to get in there. I'm super scared because if you haven't fought in a Trident Drown in this game, especially on hardcore mode, then you have never had a near-death experience in this game because those things are horrifying. And I'm not exaggerating at all. Okay, there definitely is some suspicious gravel in here. That's just a wooden hoe, I think. And I don't know why I said suspicious gravel. This is sand, obviously. You just swim up here. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. I don't have respiration on my gear, so I'm definitely going to be struggling with this. Sadly, there was quite literally nothing worthwhile, so there was really no point to that. But I am happy with the stuff I have. I was hoping that I'd get a second sniffer egg, but sadly, because there is a very low chance of that happening, I didn't get it, so I'm just going to have to settle for this and keep moving. My next goal is actually a cherry blossom biome because, well, I haven't seen one of those in my world yet, so I'm gonna keep looking and hopefully find one. I don't even know what to say. I went into this village just to loot a bit, and do you see that in the distance? It barely rendered, but I noticed it when I was flying out of the blacksmith's house. There it is. A cherry blossom grove. Now, it actually took me quite a long time to get here. I'm like a good 10,000 blocks away from spawn, which is pretty nasty. And my game has been lagging like stuff like there. I don't know if you noticed that, but I just flew across the screen. And I'm probably going to take damage right now. Plus, all my microphone and the thing that's currently charging my remote is glitching like crazy. So the flight here was, well, it sucked. Anyways, I am glad to say I am here, and I'm going to start deforesting because that's what I do when I find new biomes. So after leaving my mark on the local biome, I decided to take all my new cherry blocks and take them back to my base. So I flew for a little while. I did find a compass on my way over there, so I was able to use that just to find my way back to spawn, where I did encounter a few things like a pillager outpost and some really weird mountains, but other than that, it was a pretty normal trip. After a fair amount of flying, I finally made it to familiar territory. Yep, I found my mob grinder when I was heading to spawn, because in one of the village houses that I explored, I randomly found a compass, which was nice, because it actually helped. So I am now back in my world. Well, the bulk of my world at any rate. So I'm gonna go clean out my inventory and just show off some of the things that I got. So after all that traveling, this is what I have to show for it. I have an empty shulker box because I just dumped a bunch of materials into my system. But I also have a fair amount of, well, pottery shards, some extra materials for brushes, a really cool new disc, some random materials from archaeology, and of course my sniffer eggs and smithing templates. So I am pretty happy about that. I also got an extra goat horn, which is always nice. But now it's time to talk about the more controversial parts of the update. And I'm of course talking about Ravagers. I mean, what else did you expect me to talk about? If you don't know what Mojang did, then I am sorry I'm the one that has to inform you. But they don't let Ravagers in boats anymore. That's right, those guys can no longer be trapped in boats, which makes me really sad because they're my favorite mob, and I just love moving them around. And what the heck happened over there? Oh, I had some people online the other day and they were exploring my world and, oh. Anyways, in other news, these are my perfectly fine Ravagers. I really hope, wait, let me do a count. I'm genuinely scared if they killed one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm missing 12. Oh, I'm missing number 12. Let me do a quick recount. But anyways, as I was saying, Ravagers are no longer allowed in boats, which means transporting them is so much harder, and it makes me sad, and I wish they didn't do it, and whoever did that is my mortal enemy, and I shall forever hate them. Those of you who are worried about my Ravagers, don't worry, I did a recount, I do have all 12. But what I really want to talk about is why I'm here. You see, I'm not just here to be mad at the person, whoever did that, I don't know. Whatever. I'm mad about the Ravagers, but I'm not here to be mad about the Ravagers. Well, I am here to be mad about the You know what? I'm here to build. I know I said I wouldn't do a build this video, but I kind of want to, and I have enough time to, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be building a little pen up here for my sniffers, so I could have another area for my mobs like I do for my ravagers. It will be as big just because I only have one sniffer, I don't have like 12 of them. So I think it just will cover at least this bottom layer right here. So I'm gonna actually start work on that now because I'm kind of excited to work on it and I do want to hatch my brand new sniffer. Now to start off with this build, well, first off, I made it a circle because this is me and I make everything circles. And I mean, it looked pretty good, at least it wasn't lopsided like they usually are. And then I continued to make a sort of like scattered pattern with cherry logs, kind of making it look almost like the Ravager pen, just a bit more natural so it didn't look so, rigid. I then went and made a little pathway in between, which I filled with dark oak planks, which I learned from my last video that if you use slabs separating the parts that are going to have moss, I could actually just grow the moss without having to worry about it spreading to the areas I don't want. So I did do that, and then I went and made a couple ponds, which I also filled with moss, because once again, this is me. I then made a cherry tree, and originally I grew one with bone meal, but of course it grew in like the worst possible way ever. So I then went back and made a custom one, simply using the logs and leaves that I kind of recycled from tearing down the other one. And then finally, well, lighting was kind of special on this. What I actually did was I used lanterns in the water and on the tree, and this looked pretty nice, plus it gives the water a nice glowing effect, which is something I really like. Also, I forgot to mention, I made a very ugly door, which I'm just going to neglect to address. So this is the build my sniffer is going to be residing in, and I decided to show you guys at night because it looks best at night, and as you can see, have some lanterns and water and moss because I figured moss would be a good block considering they grow faster on moss. I also tried some texturing with moss using the azalea leaves in between the moss because I noticed they are a slightly different texture and I actually like the way it looks. It gives a nice like break. So I'm just going to place my egg right here, hoping the sniffer doesn't, die. And I'm going to wait. Any second now. Any second. I know I'm supposed to be waiting for this to hatch, but I just found out how to jump scare somebody. Look. 3, 2, jump scare. Jump scare. Jump scare. Yeah, I've been waiting a bit too long for this. I don't know. After what felt like an eternity of waiting, the sniffer finally popped out. Bad news is, of course, I wasn't staring at it, so I kind of missed what happened. Yeah, it's kind of my bad. I was getting bored, so I resorted to, yeah, I was just opening and closing doors for hours. Either way, I have a new sniffer. I'm pretty happy about that. So, here I dub you. Anyways, my new sniffer is now going to chill here for a little while, where I was just about to close out the video, but I forgot I never mentioned what was going to happen with the armor trims. Now, I was watching some YouTube videos about 1.20, and I noticed there are an absurd amount of people using the razor and the more common armor trims that you find from archaeology, and that's simply because it's more efficient. It's easier for them to get it because they were already exploring archaeology, and then they found those armor trims and they're like, oh, I'll squeeze this in last second. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that in this video. So what I'm going to do is, sadly, I'm not going to be getting an armor trim, and I'm going to be looking for a slightly more rare one, like maybe the silence trim, later on in a future video. As for right now, I'm going to leave this video at that. I hope you guys did all enjoy watching. I realize I completely butchered that, and I'm sorry this project was a little smaller than usual. Well, a lot smaller. I will be back to something a lot larger scale next time, but as for right now, I'm going to say this is where I close out. Regardless, that's all I had for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one.